Right now, you're the hunter. Jack Smith, after today, you're going to be the hunter, legally, politically, and financially.
Welcome back to the Common Sense Observer, everybody. I sincerely hope you all are doing as well as I am, given the results of the 2024 election, of course, for a multitude of reasons on that regard, including but not limited to the fact that Donald Trump is getting ready to clean house, baby. And what exactly are one of the ways in which he's going to do so? Well, let me provide you some context. This man right here is Jack Smith, the special prosecutor in Washington, D.C., who was appointed in November of 2022. This is the type of guy who would spend over $50 million in taxpayer funds in order to prosecute an innocent presidential candidate for political gains. This is the man who would file bogus charges against that innocent man and have that man's property raided and searched throughout. And this is the man who would file charges against this innocent candidate, despite the fact that the DOJ apparently has a policy where they cannot prosecute a president. And given the results of this election, I think you know exactly where this is going. Donald Trump is getting ready to fire Jack Smith, baby. We've got quite a lot to get into with this one, and I think what we're going to do is let lamestream media talk about it because they explain it a lot better than we ever could. But before we start this, CSO fam, make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and the notification bell down below, and share this with your friends to expose this sham of an attorney. Now diving into today's topic, this is what Fox News had to say about this.
Donald Trump said recently that he would fire Jack Smith, quote, within 2 seconds of taking office. Well, we found out that he may not have that opportunity. The reason is that the Department of Justice, where Jack Smith works, cannot prosecute a sitting president. Fox News is told that Jack Smith will be gone from his post as special counsel, meaning the cases will be gone before Trump takes the oath of office at noon on January 20th. This is the documents case, though that was dropped already by Judge Eileen Cannon back over the summer, and it's on appeal, but also this case for Trump's alleged efforts to try to overturn the 2020 election. So given the fact DOJ policy says you cannot prosecute a sitting president, expect Jack Smith's cases to be done. The last case, and I'll end on this, is that Atlanta case that deals with the 2020 elections. That's a local Georgia case. We've seen over the last year how that has played out with Fonnie Willis, Nathan Wade. That has many problems, many different delays. So the bottom line for my story to all of you right now, Donald Trump's legal problems have essentially all gone away.
Oh, it's just beautiful. I can only imagine how much more the lefties must be seething and screaming right now. I mean, setting aside the fact that the DOJ cannot prosecute a president, they really had no room to do this given the fact that Donald Trump did nothing to deserve what he got. But I guess it's just like his old saying goes, they're not after me, they're after you. I'm just in the way. That's also not to mention the way MSNBC speaks of this revelation, and how much they try to fearmonger on this.
These cases are mired in legal issues that would be appealed all the way to the Supreme Court had Donald Trump lost the election. So now that he's won the election, DOJ officials are thinking that, look, there's just no room to move in these cases. And so the sensible thing to do is to figure out a way to wind them down. And it may stem from Donald Trump's lawyers filing some kind of motion or making a request saying in light of the DOJ policy, you need to drop these cases. Now, there are a few wrinkles here, one of which is that the classified documents case includes 2 other defendants who are not subject to that policy. And it's been dismissed, obviously, but that dismissal has been appealed. And the DOJ considers that ruling to be very bad law that it would like to be overturned. So that appeal may continue in some form. But the reality is that Donald Trump is not going to be a part of these cases. And what this means, I mean, we knew this, right? But just coming to grips with what this means intellectually is that Donald Trump is not likely to be held accountable on these very serious federal criminal charges that many people believe were worse than what Richard Nixon did or was accused of doing in Watergate.
Oh yeah, he got indicted on some serious federal charges. He should be held accountable for it. Yeah, no. You all do realize that those charges were completely fabricated, right? I don't even have to go into details about why that is. Many other sources have already explained it. And I don't care if this video gets flagged by a fact checker. We all know the truth that fact checkers are completely biased anyway. But of course, just like any other career politician or anybody related to them, Jack Smith is a complete and utter coward. Because a lot of news sources are talking about the fact that Jack Smith is trying to resign from his position before Donald Trump takes office. And since we have that wonderful quote from Donald Trump saying that he would fire Jack Smith within 2 seconds of taking office, I think that says enough. You know, I also didn't mention this, but Jack Smith was also trying to press charges against Trump 90 days before the election approximately. And surprise, surprise, surprise to no one, he recently decided to back down on the charges the day after the election. Gee, I wonder why. Now, I don't know about the rest of you, but I think that what Jack Smith did to Donald Trump is nothing short of a crime known as malicious prosecution. Not to mention a violation of Title 18, Section 241, which says that 2 or more people cannot conspire to violate somebody's rights. In which case, they most certainly did by denying Donald Trump's right to a fair trial. But I think a good place to end this video on, aside from the fact that this shill of a career politician is going to get fired, or resign, either way he's not going to be in his position much longer, Benny Johnson had an interview with Mike Davis, who said this to Jack Smith.
I would say to Jack Smith today, it's election day, so I'll say something controversial. Right now, you're the hunter. Jack Smith, after today, you're going to be the hunted, legally, politically, and financially.
Oh boy, I cannot wait to see what happens with that. I'm just going to say that right now. But I don't have much more to say in this video. I think that's going to do it for today. Very happy to see that Jack Smith is going to get fired as soon as Donald Trump takes office, or he's going to resign a little early. So I'm going to do my own impression of Donald Trump when I say, Jack Smith, you're fired! It is so much fun doing impressions of the Orange Man, but anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button and notification bell, share this with your friends, and always remember to keep observing from a common sense perspective.